practice in the books. Kind of just threw some shots. Didn't do a whole lot there.
Got our feet under us.
Yeah, we stayed there for a little while though. But
yeah, we were there. Practiced for about 2 hours.
Yeah, we practiced on the house pattern for a little bit, and then they told us they oiled the pattern on the end pair, so we moved down there. Except that seemed easier than the house pattern, so
It really did.
Yeah, so that's a problem.
That's very true.
I don't think it's going to stay like that, of course, but you never know because they are using the Kegel machines this week. So, what do we think is going to be the difference between like using the Kegel machine and the Brunswick machine?
I think you're going to see a lot more, a lot less friction in the front part of the lane with the Brunswick machines. Oil only going forward. So since they use a jet system and they only oil going forward, it tends to make the patterns a lot heavier in the front and then they stretch. Whereas the Kegel patterns tend to feel a little bit more blended to start. So I think for this week, we're bowling on a longer pattern. I think instead of, you might not have to start with as much surface or as big of bowling balls this week because of the oil change and the machine change.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if they're not bringing in a Kegel machine. I would imagine they're probably just using the house machine.
That I do not know, but I would assume that is the house machine.
Unless they made a deal with Kegel because they're using Kegel more often at some of these stops now.
Well, there were some things that changed. The Kegel, from my understanding, Kegel produces the Brunswick oils, and we had some stuff last year with the Kegel stuff, obviously, and then we do have 2 tournaments a year that are on Kegel anyways. So it could just be a slow transition where we're moving more towards that, but who knows?
That would be a bummer.
It's going to change the environment, and it's going to definitely, I think some different people will bowl better consistently because of it. So
yeah, and I think that's one thing I've always talked about is like a lot of people, you'll see somebody that have a year-long stretch of where they're bowling great, and then it's all of a sudden they can't make a cut, and it's like, what they do? They just forget how to bowl? Well, no. Patterns change, environments change, oils change. So now I'm just matching up on those different things is a little bit more difficult. It's not as easy to just kind of go out there and just do the thing when, we're like now you see EJ and Bomo and these guys, they match up with what they've been putting out there the last few years consistently. They're the best in the world at figuring those ones out. So I'm curious how would they do changing these things up? New oils, new everything. Is that going to make it more difficult for them to match up? Or do you think they're just that good they're going to be able to do that anyway?
I think the elite bowlers you're going to see bowl well no matter what machine we're using. I think when we start seeing changes like this, you're going to see, like, everybody that bowls on tour is a very good bowler. Everyone's very good. They're all great bowlers. But I think when you start changing those variables, you're going to start to see some guys that'll have really good weeks or really bad weeks, whereas the elite guys are going to bowl good no matter what. Like, this isn't going to affect Anthony Simonson in any way, shape, or form. It's probably not going to affect EJ. It's probably not going to affect Belmo. It's not going to affect those guys that are extremely versatile and can adapt to any environment. Like, I don't see Bill O'Neill or Tommy Jones.
Yeah, the guys that actually know what they're looking for.
Yeah,
the guys that know they're looking for a specific shape.
Yeah, those guys aren't trying to, when they start bowling, they really don't care what the pattern is, length. They don't really care. They start to look for a shape that their ball is creating, and they could be bowling on 32 feet or 50 feet, and if their ball's not creating the shape they want to see, they're going to manipulate it to do that. And those are the guys that those changes aren't going to matter. And Tommy Jones said this year, I crossed with him at the US Open, and he said when we got done the 49-foot pattern that he thinks guys would have bowled better if they just never told us it was 49 feet. Because guys would have tried to play a lot different parts of the lane, and it would have really helped the way the transition of the pattern worked.
Right.
So I don't think you're going to see a lot of change of the guys bowling good. I think you'll just see some guys that'll match up better to certain machines than others, just because of their characteristics and the way they throw the ball.
Right.
So
yeah, I would agree. So all right, well, guys, we're gonna end this one for the day. This is gonna be something new. You're gonna see these pretty much every single day for the most part. We're gonna be putting a lot of vlog type stuff together, give you guys a little bit different perspective, other than like Brad and Kyle and Darren and the house and all those guys. You know, you see them a little bit more goofy. We're gonna try to, we'll still be goofy and whatnot, but we're gonna try to give you a little bit more information. We're gonna try to be the more, we're the 10-pin doctors, you know. So we'll take you to the lab and we will get shit squared away. Oh, we will get stuff squared away for you. So yeah, be on the lookout.
This man and his words.
I got the potty mouth going.
This is gonna be a regular thing. Plan on seeing these pretty much weekly. We're gonna start the one for this week tomorrow, because we're gonna be coming back and practicing tomorrow. So we're gonna be putting out vlogs and different videos and things, and bring you guys hopefully another perspective that's a little bit different from the tour life, and hopefully helps you guys learn. And feel free to ask any questions you have or things you want to see in the comments.
Word up. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff.
We're gonna do giveaways. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff. So.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff that's gonna be happening. So pay attention, subscribe, make sure to share. We're trying to get to 100,000 followers by, what would we say, summertime?
We said end of tour.
End of tour.
So May or June.
All right, so we've got a couple of months where we need your help. We've got 70-some thousand now. We're gonna need about 20-some thousand more to get there. So need your help.
Big We'll figure out a big giveaway.
We'll do a big giveaway, a bunch of bowling balls or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But make sure to subscribe, share, and we'll see you guys later.